Hello and welcome again. It's been quite a long year, and I haven't published a lot of videos this year, but there's been a lot that has been going on, so I want to talk about it today. And let's see if I can explain some of the things that have been happening in the past 11 or not 12 months. So let's get into it. But first of all, I want to say thank you to all the people that subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know that I kind of let you down. That's what I feel deep down because I didn't publish a lot of videos. But I really thank you guys for subscribing. And when I announced last year or earlier this year that I was going to start a YouTube channel, I had about 450 or about 500 subscribers before I even put out a video. And that actually encouraged me a lot to do, to publish and to, start filming. And it just so happened that a lot of things got in the way. And when I published my video, I think my channel really grew so fast. So special shout out to all of you guys who subscribed even before the videos dropped. I'm really thankful for all of you. So, big love to all of you. Thank you. As some of you already know, I do have a daughter. She's 1 year old and a few months. She got born last year on the 13th of October, and we got blessed. My wife and I got blessed, and she's our first daughter. She's our first child. And so this year was just a lot of catering to our child, raising our newborn baby as she was growing, and spending more time with her and getting to learn, because as I've learned so far, parenting is a whole lot of a whole new dimension that I think people teach you, but some of the things you figure it out on your own as you go. So my wife and I have been raising this child of ours, this daughter, and it's been incredible. And so that's one of the reasons why, and I had to spend so much time with my wife, my daughter, as she's growing, getting to learn new things, getting to learn about parenting. It's been incredible so far. And the second reason has to be about work. I joined a new company last year, somewhere around November, the company called Commerce Tools, where I currently work right now. And, joining a new company, it seems very easy at first, but then as time goes by, you get to you have to leave a marker, you have to leave a mark on your an impression to the new company. So one of my goals was to can I leave a stamp, can I leave a signature at the new company? I'm on probation, have to show my skills and get to learn a lot of things to feel fully integrated. And prior to this company, I'd never joined a company that had over 700 people. So when I joined the team, it was a whole new experience for me. So I had to adjust my thinking, the way I work, all the skills that I got from before this job. There was a lot of things that I had to adjust to. So it also just played a heavier part on me not publishing any video or having time to create any form of content. But I was always very active on Twitter. So if you were following me on Twitter, you know that I'm very active there. I'm always sharing my thoughts and talking about my ideas and engaging with people. So let's talk about the next thing in this video that I have to talk about. So one of the things that I also want to reflect upon is TakeMala. So TakeMala is a community for all tech people in the country, and it's been in operation since I think last year. I had been outside of the country for a while. I think I got back in Malawi in 2021. And after I got back to Malawi, one of the things that I wanted to actually do was to create a community around tech people, because I realized that there is, I think, a disconnection or a big gap between the average tech person and the people that, very experienced or they're in higher ranks when it comes to the tech ecosystem in the country. So my idea was, can I bridge all these people together? Can I bring them, all of them together? So that led to the creation of what we call Take Malawi today. And it all started simply as a hashtag on Twitter. So I started, telling people, if you're from Malawi and you're a tech person, you want to talk about tech, just use the hashtag Take Malawi. That way, we can start growing this community. So we started like that, and later on, I realized that I could form, a community around it very easily. So what I did is I asked the same people, because it had been, something that a lot of people were tweeting about, hashtag Take Malawi. So I asked the community on Twitter, if you want to have like a community, where would you want to be? Would you want to be where would you want it to be? Do you want it to be on, on Slack, on WhatsApp, or Discord? And to my surprise, a lot of people chose Discord. And I kind of agree, because I didn't want people to share their phone numbers like the way we do on WhatsApp, because to some people, or a lot of people, or someone like me, I feel like having a WhatsApp number is very personal. So I didn't want people to have WhatsApp numbers or in a WhatsApp group, because for safety reasons and privacy and stuff like that. So we went ahead and created, Take Malawi on Discord, and it really went so well at the beginning of the few months that we were operational. But before I talk about how it went so well, I want to talk about what I did before I created the community. I remember I had physical communications, or physical meetings with people that are prominent in the tech community in Malawi. I met a lot of them, physically in the Lilongwe, where I was based at the time. So I asked them, what their ideas were. I also pitched to them what I had, the vision that I had for the future. And we kind of talked about all of this, and a lot of them were agree, yeah, we need to have that such a community. So I went ahead and created that. That's when I think I went ahead and asked the people to say, what do you want? What do you think about having the platform on this, or the community on such and such platform? And they voted for Discord. So we went ahead, created the Discord. It was straight out fire, because there were a lot of people who were wanting to join, but I had to keep it to only Malawians. I know that a lot of people also wanted to join from other countries, but I felt like this had to be something for Malawi. So we had a lot of ideas. We're going to create a website. We're going to have all these talks. We used to have Sunday talks all the time. Really, I was really happy and proud of it. But as time went by, it felt, especially this year. Of course, it started last year in 2022. Where we found out that we were pregnant, my wife and I. So I had to take time a little bit off to support her, and just be there for her, and family wise. And when that happened, it just kind of felt like everything else was on me, and if I'm not present, the meetings wouldn't happen and stuff like that. I feel like that kind of escalated this year, and it does pain me a little bit, because now I do feel like I'm indebted to these people, the people that are in the community. I want to come back and make sure that we are still in there, collaborating together and being super active. So I think you should be ready for my next video after this one, where I'm going to talk about my 2024 goals. So be on the lookout for that. But one of the things that I wanted to reflect upon was Take Malawi. I feel like the graph just went it didn't go as I planned, or it went kind of down, we're so super active, and then we just went down like that. The other thing that I also want to talk about is relocation. As some of you already know, I moved from Malawi and now I'm in Berlin, Germany, and this happened quite a lot this year. Of course, there were plans that we wanted to move to the Netherlands, but that didn't materialize. So we ended up coming to Germany. The plan started late last year, somewhere around November, if not December, when we started for the whole process of moving from Malawi, relocating from Malawi to either Netherlands or Germany. And this year we had done a lot of travels as well. We had to go to Zambia for our visas and stuff like that. I think that also just contributed a lot of preparations for moving to Germany, having to travel around and get all the paperwork done. It was just a lot of things going on. But yeah, so far we like it in Germany. I think it's really great. Uh, there's a whole lot of like cultural, differences, and but one of my biggest shock has to be the taxes in Germany. I think they are a little bit higher than what I had in Malawi. So, we are fully adjusting. I mean, slowly adjusting. So we're looking forward to, getting better and looking at the next few steps. Learning or take has to be the other thing that I want to talk about. So at the beginning of 2021, I started learning new programming languages. Especially, I started learning Go and Golang. I think you guys know it already. If you don't, it's fine. It's a programming language from Google. So I started learning Go late 2020, or if not 2021, and it's been I kind of stopped learning Go for some time. And earlier this year, I picked up upon learning, Rust as well as Go. So those are the two technologies that I've been learning quite a lot this year, and it's been incredible. And if you follow me on GitHub, I think you might have seen some of the code that I've been pushing there. That's something that I've also been doing. I feel like do I feel like I've done a lot of learning this year? I don't think so, but it's been incredible learning these new languages. Plus, there's a lot of things that I've learned over the course of the year. I love it. I think learning has been quite okay. I did jump back into PHP, but that never really went so well, so I kind of put it out on the side. Yeah. When it comes to product development, I had an idea this year, which was to create a central repository for documents. And where that came from was because I was on Twitter the other day, and I just asked people, think about it. Where do you I was thinking quite a lot about how new graduates from college or from universities in Malawi, they when they graduate, they have their thesis papers, they have all these research paper, whatever they have. Those papers really go to waste, because either they're going to be in a physical form in the libraries, or they get lost on their computers. So, but those papers are supposed to be very helpful to a lot of people out there. When you look at schools like Stanford, you look at schools like MIT, a lot of schools out there in the first world countries, they value those research papers because it's an actual student who went into an actual field to study, collect data, and come up with all these findings that they have. And now in Malawi, I think we just kind of throw them away. That's how I felt. Now, I asked people on Twitter, if you had such a platform, would you upload your documents? So people said, yeah. And as a proof of concept, I went ahead and created the first version of it, and it went live, I think, after 3 weeks. It was just very simple. I made it very open that people can upload documents, anywhere in Malawi, they could upload documents. But when it went out, I had, I think, 3, if not 5 people who beta tested it, and they gave me feedback. And I've been working on the feedback back and forth. It's been quite a journey as well on that end. So, and then later on, someone else came to me and said they were looking for a platform where they could buy and sell their books. So I started extending the platform so that it should not only support, documents, but also it should support people buying and selling books. So far, the platform is ready to roll out. The only missing part is the payment processing. So that's also something that I've, haven't had a lot of time to work on this year. So it's been something that I'm working on. Hopefully next year it can come back. I'm a product person. I love developing products. I love putting out products. But I think in the last 2 years, I've been very quiet. But next year, I'm planning on coming back. And the next thing that I want to talk about is Voiza Multimedia. You guys know it already, right? You guys already know it already. It's a music streaming platform, but next year we're changing it to a music marketplace. We've been working on it. I think it's almost ready right now as well. I have a team that is working on it right now, including myself, actively involved in development. So we're looking on putting it out next year, somewhere between January and February. That's where we have like the estimated timelines. So we've been working on it since, I think it's been 2 months now since we started working on the product, like revamping the whole product. I'm so proud that the product itself, Voice itself had about 3,000, close to 2,500 to 3,000 people who had registered and were using the platform when we launched it in 2021. It was great. And my idea for next year is not to release an MVP because we already proved it. We already did prove that, there's a market, there's a need for it. So next year we're going to go all out, we have new features that we want to release on the platform. So looking forward to that. The last product that I'm going to be releasing next year is going to be Elio Health. I'm going to talk about that later in some later videos as one of my goals. So I wanted to talk about product as well. And finally, I want to rate my year. I don't think it's been an incredible year as I had in last year. I think 2022 was like one of the greatest years for me. 2023 was meh. I think it was good. It was fine. It wasn't that bad. I don't think it was that great. I think I just carried what I had in 2022, and it just went the same way. I feel like it could have been much better if some of the things went like the way I pictured them. But it never went that way, so it's fine. But I'm really proud that I got to spend more time with my family. And I think part of it is because I work from home, so I'm seeing my wife and my daughter almost all the time. It's great. It's incredible that way. The other thing is, I feel like I let down the community. Personally, I feel like I let down the community for TakeMala, as well as letting down, some of the things that happened, So I wish it could be better, especially the tech community and my community that I created, via YouTube. I feel like I let you guys down, but I'm planning on coming better next year. So let's see how next year goes. So if I were to rate my year, I feel like it's been good, not great. I think it's been good. A lot of things could have been better, but they never got better, so it's fine. I'm really proud that I got to start my YouTube journey. I think that was something that was at the center of my heart at the end of last year as my goal for this year. So it's great. For next year, I have other plans for this YouTube channel. So stick around for my next video where I'm going to be talking about what I want to do for next year. But overall, thanks so much for being part of my YouTube journey. Thanks a lot for following me. Thanks a lot for being there, taking your time to watch this video, and also following me on Twitter or any other social media platform that you see me. I really enjoy, if you have anything that you want to talk about, please hit me up. And if you are from Malawi and you're a tech person, you're watching this, make sure that you're part of the tech community on Discord for Take Malawi. And I'm looking forward to 2024. Let me know how your year was. Was it great? Was it good? Was it mild? What did you learn? What did you do? Let's talk about that in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe. And like and share this video. As everybody else says, it's for the YouTube algorithm, so people can see more of the video more. Thank you so much for being here, and looking forward to the next one. Peace.